Do you ever find yourself revisiting old memories, replaying choices you wish you could change? Those regrets, the things you wish you had said, done differently, or never done at all, can feel like a heavy weight, quietly reminding you of past mistakes. It's as if those memories stay with us, lingering, making us wonder about the what-ifs of life. Most of us see regret as something negative, something to avoid or push away, almost as though acknowledging it might only deepen the pain. But what if regret wasn't just something to feel bad about? What if, hidden within your regrets, there was real wisdom, insights that could guide you toward a better future? The truth is, regret is universal. It's an emotion we all experience, no matter our background, age, or experiences. And while regret can sting, it's also deeply human. It shows us that we care, that we strive to make better choices, and that we're conscious of how our actions impact our lives and the lives of others. In a way, regret is a reflection of our values, an indication of what's important to us. The things we regret are usually the ones that touch on our deepest values, like honesty, loyalty, or courage. So instead of seeing regret as a closed door, a haunting reminder of our failures, what if we saw it as a pathway? What if regret could lead us toward a more aware, intentional self? When we shift our perspective and stop viewing regret as a purely negative emotion, we begin to unlock its potential for growth. Regret can be a powerful teacher if we allow it to be. It encourages us to look at our lives with a critical but compassionate eye, to identify the areas where we might want to change or improve. For instance, if you regret a conversation where you weren't as kind as you could have been, that regret is showing you a side of yourself that values empathy and compassion. Or, if you regret not pursuing an opportunity, perhaps it's revealing that you have a deep desire for adventure and personal growth. By listening to the messages within our regrets, we start to uncover the values and aspirations that truly matter to us. This isn't about dwelling on the past or beating yourself up for things you can't change. Instead, it's about seeing regret as a mirror, reflecting back the parts of ourselves that long for growth and change. Think of each regret as a signpost, pointing you toward the things that align with your inner values. Instead of closing the door on regret, open it and walk through, using it as a guide. In doing so, you allow yourself to become more intentional, to make choices that are better aligned with who you truly want to be. Regret, when approached with an open mind, can lead to profound self-awareness. It prompts us to ask essential questions. What does this feeling reveal about me? What would I do differently next time? What qualities do I need to cultivate to live a life that feels true and fulfilling? When you engage with these questions, you transform regret from a static feeling of disappointment into a dynamic force for personal growth. You realize that regret is not an enemy to be defeated, but rather a companion that, when listened to, guides you closer to your authentic self. Ultimately, regret can be a tool for self-compassion. When we recognize that everyone makes mistakes, that no one goes through life without moments they wish they could do over, it becomes easier to forgive ourselves. Regret reminds us that we are fallible but also capable of growth. By embracing the wisdom within regret, you allow yourself to step forward with greater clarity, awareness, and a renewed sense of purpose. So, next time regret arises, don't push it away. Invite it in, listen to what it has to say, and use its lessons to shape the path ahead. After all, it's through understanding our regrets that we find the courage to create a life that's truly fulfilling. When you take the time to sit with your regrets rather than shoving them away, you open yourself up to uncovering valuable lessons hidden within. Regret isn't simply an uncomfortable feeling to be dismissed or ignored. It's actually a guide, pointing us toward areas of growth, values, and our deepest priorities. Imagine it like a compass. Every regret has the potential to lead you closer to the person you aspire to be. If you regret not speaking up in a crucial moment, for instance, that regret may reveal a part of you that values honesty, assertiveness, or courage. It shows you that your inner self respects these qualities, even if in that moment, fear or hesitation held you back. Or if you regret staying in a situation that didn't serve you, maybe that regret is nudging you to recognize a need for self-respect and the importance of setting healthy boundaries. When we view regret as a teacher instead of an adversary, we allow ourselves to evolve in ways that are both meaningful and lasting. So how do we turn regret from a burden into a stepping stone toward a better version of ourselves? The first and most important step is to acknowledge it. Many of us try to ignore or bury our regrets, hoping that if we don't think about them, they'll lose their hold over us. But in doing so, we deny ourselves the growth they offer. Imagine regret as a mirror. It's only when we face it directly that we can truly see ourselves and make the changes we desire. Take a moment to accept your regrets, even if they're painful. Look at them honestly and without judgment. Write them down if you need to. This simple act of acknowledgement can be incredibly powerful. By putting your regrets into words, you bring them out of the shadows and into the light, giving yourself a clearer understanding of what you're holding on to. Once you've acknowledged your regrets, the next step is reflection. Take a close look at each regret and ask yourself what it's really about. Is there a deeper value or belief that this regret is connected to? For example, if you regret not following a particular career path, maybe it's because you value creativity or the desire to make a difference. By identifying the values that lie beneath your regrets, you gain insights into what truly matters to you. This awareness doesn't just help you understand your past, it also empowers you to make choices in the future that are better aligned with your core values. You start to recognize that every regret, no matter how painful, carries a seed of self-awareness and a potential path forward. Finally, embrace the lessons your regrets offer by transforming them into action. Regret isn't just a reminder of what could have been, it's also a motivation to do things differently. Use your regrets as a roadmap for the choices you want to make now. If you regret not taking a risk in the past, let that fuel your courage to step out of your comfort zone today. If you regret not standing up for yourself, let that inspire you to assert your needs in current relationships. The beauty of regret is that it shows us where we've been, and if we let it, where we need to go. Rather than carrying regret as a burden, let it be a source of energy that drives you to become more aligned with your true self. In the end, regret doesn't have to weigh you down. It can be the very thing that propels you forward. By acknowledging, reflecting, and acting on the insights your regrets reveal, you turn them into valuable experiences that shape a wiser, more intentional life. Remember, everyone has regrets, but not everyone allows them to lead to growth. The choice is yours. You can bury regret and let it fester, or you can face it, learn from it, and use it as a stepping stone on your journey to becoming the person you truly want to be. Once you've acknowledged your regrets, it's time to look for the lessons hidden within them. This might seem challenging at first, especially since we tend to associate regret with disappointment or frustration. However, by approaching regret with curiosity rather than self-criticism, you open yourself up to valuable insights. Ask yourself, what does this regret reveal about what I truly value? What does it say about the person I want to become? These questions might take you on a journey of self-discovery, requiring you to confront uncomfortable truths. But within those answers, you'll often find a reflection of your deeper desires and values. Take, for instance, a regret over not seizing a particular opportunity, maybe a job, a move, or even a personal relationship. At first, you might feel disappointed, focusing on what you missed. But when you dig deeper, that regret might reveal that you value boldness, resilience, or even a sense of adventure. Recognizing this can open your eyes to the importance of embracing more opportunities in the future. It's a reminder that being true to yourself means leaning into what feels important to you, even when it requires risk. Similarly, if you regret not spending enough time with loved ones, it could indicate how deeply you value connection and the importance of relationships in your life. This realization can guide you toward prioritizing those relationships, ensuring that you make time for the people who matter most moving forward. When you start seeing your regrets as a form of guidance rather than something to avoid, you shift from simply feeling regretful to actively learning from it. This shift isn't just a way to feel better, it's a form of empowerment. Every regret holds a lesson about what's important to you, about what you wished you had valued more at the time. and about how you can live with greater intention in the future. Instead of feeling weighed down by what didn't go right, you begin to see regrets as part of a roadmap, one that guides you closer to your authentic self. It's almost like getting a second chance, a reminder that your life is a journey of continuous alignment with who you want to be. Learning from regret requires you to take an honest look at your past choices and to examine how they align with your values. It's not about judging yourself harshly, but about understanding where you can make changes moving forward. For example, if you regret not standing up for yourself in a past situation, it might highlight a desire for greater self-respect or assertiveness. In this case, your regret becomes a tool that encourages you to develop these qualities, enabling you to act differently when a similar situation arises. By using regret as a learning tool, you are effectively rewriting your future, setting a course that is more in tune with your true self. It's also helpful to remember that regret, like any other emotion, is temporary, but the wisdom it offers can be lasting, provided we're willing to listen. The more you practice learning from regret, the more natural it becomes to view life's disappointments as opportunities for growth. Over time, you'll begin to see how regret doesn't have to be a negative force. Instead, it can be a call to action, a way to live more mindfully. Each time you reflect on a regret, you're clarifying what truly matters to you and reinforcing your commitment to live in alignment with those values. So rather than seeing regret as a door that closes off possibilities, think of it as a window that opens up new ways of seeing yourself and your life. Every regret carries a lesson that, once learned, has the power to shape a better version of you. Embracing this perspective doesn't erase the past, but it allows you to use it as a foundation for a more intentional future. But remember, self-compassion is key in this process. Regret can often feel like a heavy burden, and it's all too easy to fall into the trap of self-criticism. When you look back on your past decisions, it can be tempting to focus solely on what went wrong or how you should have acted differently. However, true growth emerges when you learn to treat yourself with kindness and understanding. Recognize that you are human and that making mistakes is an integral part of life. Every person experiences regret at some point, and it's a natural part of our journey. What matters most is not the mistakes themselves, but your willingness to learn from them and evolve. When you allow yourself to feel regret, it's essential to give yourself the grace to grow at your own pace. Every time you choose to reflect on your experiences with compassion instead of harsh judgment, you are fostering a stronger and more resilient self. Acknowledging your regrets can be uncomfortable, but it's also an opportunity to develop a deeper understanding of yourself. Embracing self-compassion means recognizing your vulnerability, allowing yourself to feel those emotions, and then gently guiding yourself toward healing and improvement. You might ask yourself, what did I learn from this? How can I approach similar situations differently in the future? This reflective practice helps you transform regret into a valuable teacher. Use your regrets as a compass for self-improvement. Rather than seeing them as anchors weighing you down, let them guide you toward the life you desire, the relationships that matter to you, and the choices that bring you peace. Each regret holds a lesson that, when acknowledged, can lead to meaningful changes in your life. For instance, if you regret not pursuing a passion, it might illuminate your need for creativity and fulfillment. This realization can motivate you to carve out time for hobbies or interests that doesn't have to be a reminder of failure. Instead, it can be a powerful catalyst for positive change. It nudges you to reassess your priorities and to realign your actions with your values. By embracing the wisdom hidden in your regrets, you empower yourself to take steps towards self-acceptance and growth. This journey is not always linear, and there may be times when you find yourself struggling with old patterns or feelings of inadequacy. But through it all, maintaining a sense of self-compassion can make a world of difference. When you recognize that everyone makes mistakes and that those mistakes do not define your worth, you free yourself from the constraints of regret. You begin to see your past as a series of lessons, each contributing to the person you are today. This perspective allows you to cultivate a more forgiving relationship with yourself, enabling you to move forward with confidence. Moreover, surrounding yourself with supportive individuals who understand your journey can reinforce this mindset. Sharing your experiences and regrets with trusted friends or mentors can provide additional insights and encouragement. Together, you can celebrate your growth and remind one another that it's okay to stumble along the way. Ultimately, embracing self-compassion in the face of regret transforms it from a painful reminder into a source of strength. By allowing your regrets to inform your journey rather than dictate it, you create a life that reflects your true self. So, welcome the lessons, practice kindness towards yourself, and let your regrets fuel your journey towards self-improvement and fulfillment. Every step you take in this direction is a testament to your resilience and commitment to becoming the best version of yourself. So, the next time regret surfaces in your life, don't shy away from it. Instead, face it head-on. Acknowledge its presence and allow yourself the space to explore the emotions tied to it. Understand that regret is not merely a reflection of past mistakes. It's an invitation for growth and self-discovery. This moment of introspection can be uncomfortable, but it's a necessary step toward transforming that regret into a tool for personal development. Ask yourself what you can learn from the situation. What insights does this regret offer about your values, desires, and aspirations? Embrace the opportunity to reflect on how you want to live moving forward. With each regret, there lies a chance to gain clarity about the person you aspire to be and the life you wish to create. For instance, if you regret not pursuing a passion, use that feeling to reignite the flame of ambition within you. Allow it to inspire you to take action, whether that means enrolling in a class, picking up a hobby you set aside, or simply dedicating time each week to something that brings you joy. This proactive approach transforms regret from a weight that drags you down into a stepping stone that elevates you toward your true self. Regret can also serve as a guide, illuminating the choices that align with your authentic self. When you recognize the lessons hidden within your regrets, you empower yourself to make decisions that reflect your true values and priorities. Instead of dwelling on what you could have done differently, focus on how you can apply those lessons in the present and future. This shift in perspective allows you to harness the energy of regret for constructive purposes, fostering a mindset of resilience and determination. It's essential to approach this process with compassion. Understand that everyone experiences regret, and it is a universal part of the human experience. You are not alone in your feelings. Treat yourself with kindness as you navigate through the emotions that arise. Instead of harsh self-judgment, offer yourself the grace to learn and grow. This gentle approach encourages you to face your regrets without fear and to see them as valuable opportunities rather than burdens. If this video resonated with you, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to Authentic Self-Love Audiobooks for more insights on self-reflection, growth, and living a life of intention. Each piece of content we create aims to inspire and empower you to embrace your journey fully. We believe that every individual has the potential for profound growth, and our goal is to support you in recognizing that potential. Additionally, consider sharing this video with someone who might need a reminder to look at their regrets differently. Often, we carry our regrets in silence, believing we are alone in our struggles. By sharing your experiences and insights, you can help others see their regrets as opportunities for growth, fostering a culture of openness and understanding. Together, we can create a supportive community that encourages honest self-reflection and positive change. Thank you for watching, and remember, each day is a new chance to live and grow in alignment with who you truly are. Embrace the lessons of your past while looking forward with hope and determination. The journey of self-improvement is ongoing, and every step you take toward understanding your regrets is a step toward a brighter, more authentic future. Each moment presents an opportunity to align your actions with your values and to step into the fullness of who you are meant to be. Take that step with confidence, knowing that you have the power to shape your life in meaningful ways.